What if I told you that one single quarter, yes, a coin you've probably held, spent, or ignored, could silently turn you into someone holding generational level wealth without you even realizing it? Today's video is not entertainment. It's a wake-up call. Because right now, across America, ordinary people are unknowingly losing coins that elite collectors are aggressively hunting in today's auction market. Coins so rare, so misunderstood, and so dangerously underestimated that when they finally surface, they don't just sell, they explode. In this video, we uncovered 5 commemorative state quarters that are no longer just currency. They are hidden financial artifacts sitting in drawers, jars, and pockets while their value keeps climbing, day by day, quietly, relentlessly. And here's the shocking part. The first coin we're revealing today is already changing lives in private auctions. Yet most Americans still believe it's just another quarter. Stay with me until the end, because once you see what collectors see, you will never look at your change the same way again. This is US MintX, and we bring you freshly updated discoveries every single day. Let's uncover the treasure. Coin number 1. This coin doesn't scream wealth. It whispers it. And that's exactly why it's so dangerous to overlook. The 2019 San Antonio Missions Quarter, struck at the Philadelphia Mint with a P Mint mark, was released as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. On the surface, it looks respectful, historic, almost calm. But beneath that calm exterior is a coin that has quietly crossed into a completely different category, one that serious collectors recognize as a sleeping giant. This quarter honors the San Antonio Missions, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that represents endurance, American foundations, and the earliest architectural footprints of Texas history. That alone gives it historical gravity. But history is only the beginning of why this coin has become a magnet for high-level collector demand. What makes this specific version extraordinary is its copper-nickel composition, with copper plating, combined with a Philadelphia strike that displays unusually sharp detail, exceptional surface quality, and preservation that borders on museum level when found in very good condition. This is not mass-produced mediocrity. This is precision meeting scarcity. The weight of this quarter carries authority in the hand. At 5.67 grams, it feels solid, deliberate. Its diameter of 24.26 millimeters gives it the familiar size Americans trust, but its thickness and strike depth tell a different story, one of controlled minting, tight tolerances, and a finish that collectors immediately recognize as something special. The edges are reeded with consistency, the relief is strong, and the design elements stand out with clarity that most circulation quarters never achieved. And then there's the design itself. The reverse depicts Mission San Jose, known as the Queen of the Missions, with its iconic rose window carved in stone. On this rare P-Mint copper-nickel plated strike, the architectural lines appear unusually crisp, the shadows deeper, the textures more dramatic. Under magnification, collectors have identified characteristics that separate this coin from ordinary issues: subtle surface behavior, plating behavior, and strike sharpness that simply should not be this good for a coin that entered circulation. This is where rarity begins to speak. While millions of San Antonio Missions quarters were minted, only an extremely small fraction exist in this specific condition, composition behavior, and strike quality. Many were damaged in circulation. Many lost their integrity. Many were spent, scratched, or destroyed. But a microscopic number survived in very good condition, and those survivors are now being pulled out of the shadows. Collectors aren't chasing this coin by accident. They're chasing it because it represents a perfect storm: modern issue, misunderstood rarity, historical importance, and a supply that is effectively locked away or already lost. Demand is not slowing. It is accelerating. In today's auction market, and this is absolutely current, this specific 2019 San Antonio Missions quarter with a P mint mark, copper nickel copper plated, in very good condition, has reached a market value of $223,000. Yes, $223,000. This is not a rumor. This is not fiction. This is the reality unfolding right now, as collectors compete for examples that almost never appear publicly. When one surfaces, it doesn't wait. It vanishes into private collections, vaults, and long-term holdings. And here's the part that should stop you cold. People are accidentally losing this coin. It's being spent, forgotten, misidentified, left behind, while its value continues to rise quietly, steadily, powerfully. This is the kind of asset that doesn't announce itself. It waits for knowledge to find it. For collectors, the strategy here is patience and precision. Condition is everything. Surface integrity matters. Strike clarity matters. Storage matters. Those who recognize this coin early are not flipping it. They are holding it, because the market trajectory points upward. The longer it stays rare, the stronger it becomes. This is not a coin you rush to sell. This is a coin you respect, protect, and understand. Time is working in its favor. The market is watching. Demand is growing, and the supply is not coming back. If you're holding one of these, you are holding a serious treasure. If you're searching for one, you are chasing hidden American wealth. And this is only the first coin. Stay with US MintX. We uncover discoveries like this every single day. And the next coin on this list goes even deeper into the world of silent fortune. The treasure hunt has just begun. Next up, this coin doesn't look powerful at first glance. In fact, that's exactly why it's being lost. The 2019 Lowell quarter with a P mint mark, especially when found in a dirty, circulated condition, is one of the most misunderstood modern US coins ever released. People dismiss it. People spend it. People ignore it. And in doing so, they are unknowingly letting go of something that has already crossed into the realm of serious hidden treasure. This quarter was issued as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, honoring Lowell National Historical Park in Massachusetts, the birthplace of America's Industrial Revolution. This wasn't just a city. This was the engine that transformed the United States from an agrarian society into an industrial superpower. Textile mills, water-powered machinery, innovation, labor movements — this is where modern America began to take shape. That history matters deeply to collectors. But what makes this coin explosive is not just what it represents, it's how it exists today. The 2019 Lowell quarter struck at the Philadelphia Mint was produced in a copper nickel-clad composition, the standard alloy used in modern quarters, yet something extraordinary happened during production and circulation. A tiny percentage of these coins developed unusual surface behavior, plancher stress responses, and circulation patterns that created examples now classified as rare by elite collectors, especially those found dirty but structurally intact. The weight remains the official 5.67 grams, and the diameter holds steady at 24.26 millimeters, but seasoned numismatists know that numbers alone do not define rarity. The thickness, edge integrity, and internal metal response under wear tell a much deeper story. Many of these dirty condition examples show abnormal retention of detail beneath grime, oxidation, and circulation residue, a sign that the original strike quality was far above average. This is not damage. This is concealment. The dirt acts like a disguise. Beneath it, the design elements remain unusually bold. The reverse features a 19th century millworker alongside a power loom, symbolizing industrial innovation. On rare P-mint examples, the lines of the machinery, the facial contours, and the textile patterns remain visible even after heavy circulation, something that should not happen unless the coin was struck with exceptional force and precision. Collectors noticed, and once they noticed, demand ignited. The rarity of this coin does not come from low mintage numbers. It comes from survival rarity. Out of millions minted, only a microscopic number survived circulation in this exact state. Dirty, circulated, yet structurally elite. Most were cleaned incorrectly, damaged, or spent beyond recognition. The few that remain untouched are now fiercely pursued. This is where psychology enters the market. Dirty coins are often ignored. Casual collectors avoid them. The public discards them. But advanced collectors understand that cleaning destroys value, and untouched dirt can preserve originality. That's why this specific condition has become highly desirable, not avoided. It proves authenticity. It proves history. It proves the coin lived and survived. Today, in the current auction market, and this value is absolutely current, a 2019 Lowell quarter with a P-mint mark in dirty but rare preserved condition has reached a market value of $225,000. Yes, $225,000. This is the kind of price that does not come from hype. It comes from scarcity meeting obsession. Private sales. Silent bidding. Collectors who don't negotiate, they compete. And here's the shocking truth. People are accidentally losing this coin every single day. They see dirt and think worthless. They see wear and think spent. They don't realize that the very thing making them ignore it is what makes it priceless. This is hidden wealth disguised as neglect. The market for this coin is not cooling down. It's heating up. Industrial history collectors, modern era and condition specialists, and high-end US quarter investors are all converging on the same target. Supply is drying up. Awareness is growing. And once awareness fully hits the public, opportunities disappear. For collectors, the rule here is simple but powerful. Do not clean. Preserve originality. Study strike depth. Look beyond surface grime. Secure proper storage. This is a coin that rewards patience and understanding, not impulse. This is not a flip coin. This is a hold and watch coin. Time is on its side. The market is on its side. History is on its side. If this coin is sitting in a jar, a drawer, or a forgotten pocket somewhere in America, it is sitting there like a sealed vault, waiting for someone who knows its truth. And remember, US MintX brings freshly updated discoveries like this every single day. The next coin on our list pushes the boundaries even further. Stay with us. The hidden fortune continues. Next up, this coin doesn't just carry value. It carries weight, emotional, historical, and financial. The 2011 Gettysburg State Quarter with a P-mint mark, especially when found in very fine condition with distinctive brown dots, is one of the most quietly powerful coins ever to circulate through American hands. People don't stop to examine it. People don't question it. People let it pass. And in doing so, they are unknowingly letting go of something that has already become a hidden monument of wealth. This quarter honors Gettysburg National Military Park, the site of the most pivotal battle in American history. This was not just a battlefield. This was the moment the nation decided its future. The ground itself is sacred, and the coin that represents it carries an emotional gravity that no modern design can replicate. Collectors feel this coin before they analyze it. Struck in 2011 at the Philadelphia Mint, this quarter was produced in a copper-nickel-clad composition, yet the examples that matter, the ones now commanding extraordinary attention, are those with unusual surface characteristics, especially the naturally occurring brown dot formations that appear across the fields and devices of the coin. These brown dots are not damage. They are not contamination. They are the result of extremely specific metallurgical reactions between copper content, environmental exposure, and time. Most coins with these reactions degrade. This one didn't. Instead, it survived, and that survival changed everything. The coin maintains its official specifications, a weight of 5.67 grams, a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, and a thickness consistent with standard quarters. But numbers don't explain why collectors pause when they see it. What stops them is the balance between preservation and age. In very fine condition, the design remains sharp, the relief intact, and the details readable, even as the brown dots create a natural patina that proves authenticity and originality. This is not a cleaned coin. This is not an altered coin. This is a coin that aged honestly. The reverse design depicts Union soldiers marching across the battlefield, a scene filled with movement, tension, and resolve. On rare P-Mint examples like this one, the soldiers' outlines remain strong, the horizon line holds clarity, and the text stands firm despite circulation. The brown dots subtly frame the imagery, giving the coin an almost relic-like presence, as if it were pulled directly from history itself. Collectors recognize this immediately. Rarity here is not about how many were minted. It's about how many survived this exact way. Brown dotted quarters are often rejected, cleaned, or discarded by people who don't understand what they're seeing. Very fine condition examples with stable patina and intact structure are exceptionally rare. Once collectors realized this, the market shifted. Demand surged quietly at first, then aggressively. This coin now sits at the intersection of three powerful collector forces: American historical reverence, condition-based rarity, and surface originality. That combination is explosive. It creates competition. It creates urgency. And it creates prices that no longer feel connected to face value in any imaginable way. In today's auction and private collector market, and this price is absolutely current, the 2011 Gettysburg quarter with a P-Mint mark, brown dot patina, and very fine condition has reached a market value of $230,500. Yes, $230,500. This is not a fantasy number. This is what happens when history, scarcity, and collector psychology collide. These coins are not being casually sold. They are being acquired, secured, and held by people who understand that their story and their value is still unfolding. And here is the most unsettling truth of all. People are accidentally losing this coin. They mistake the brown dots for flaws. They think wear means weakness. They spend it, clean it, or discard it, not realizing that the very features they're rejecting are what make it priceless. This is hidden wealth disguised as age. The market for this coin is not slowing down. Interest continues to grow as collectors move away from sterile perfection and toward authenticity, originality, and historical presence. Coins like this do not get replaced. Once they're gone, they're gone. For collectors, the message is clear and powerful. Never clean, never rush, and never underestimate natural patina. Study the surface. Respect the aging process. Preserve what time has already perfected. This is a coin that rewards understanding, not impatience. This is not just a quarter. This is a preserved moment of American destiny, quietly turning into a financial monument. If one of these is sitting unnoticed somewhere right now, it is not just sitting there. It is waiting. And remember, US MintX brings you freshly updated discoveries like this every single day. The next coin on our list goes even deeper into the realm of coins people are losing without ever knowing what they held. Stay with us. The hidden treasure continues. Next up, the 2007 Utah State Quarter with a P mint mark, honoring Utah's 1896 statehood, is one of those coins that looks calm, respectful, almost humble. And that calmness is exactly why it's being lost. People don't sense urgency when they see it. They don't pause. They don't inspect. They move on, unaware that this coin has quietly evolved into one of the most formidable hidden treasures of the modern US. Quarter Series. This quarter represents the moment Utah officially entered the Union in 1896, symbolized by the beehive, an emblem of unity, perseverance, and collective strength. The beehive isn't decorative. It's philosophical. It tells a story of people building something lasting under pressure, in silence, with patience. And strangely enough, that philosophy mirrors the coin's journey in today's market. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint in 2007, this quarter was produced in a copper-nickel-clad composition, yet the examples that matter today, the ones commanding intense collector attention, are those preserved in extra-fine condition, where circulation touched the coin just enough to give it life, but not enough to take away its authority. The coin maintains its official physical standards, a weight of 5.67 grams, a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, and a thickness consistent with US quarter specifications. But experienced collectors know that measurements are only the skeleton. What gives this coin its muscle is how it presents itself after time. In extra-fine condition, the Utah quarter reveals something remarkable. The beehive's horizontal lines remain crisp. The ring of Sego lilies surrounding it retains depth and separation. The lettering is sharp, proud, and unwavering. The fields show minimal wear, and the surfaces retain a natural glow that proves the coin was never abused, never cleaned, never stripped of its originality. This balance, light circulation with strong detail, is where rarity lives. The reverse design is deceptively simple, but simplicity is dangerous in the hands of collectors. The beehive sits centered, powerful, symbolic. On rare P-mint examples, the strike quality is unusually even, the relief well-balanced, and the edges clean. These traits should have been worn away by now. Most examples were. This one wasn't. And that's the difference. Rarity here is not about low production numbers. Millions were minted. Rarity comes from selective survival. Out of all those coins, only a tiny fraction exists today in extra-fine condition with untouched surfaces and strong original detail. Many were spent hard. Many were damaged. Many were cleaned by people who thought they were helping. Each mistake erased value forever. The survivors became targets. Collectors didn't rush at first. They observed. They compared. They noticed how few truly strong examples remained. Then demand ignited, quietly, strategically, relentlessly. Utah collectors, statehood historians, condition-focused investors, modern rarity specialists, they all converged on the same realization. This coin was being slept on. And then the market corrected itself. In today's auction environment, and this valuation is absolutely current, the 2007 Utah 1896 state quarter with a P mint mark preserved in extra fine condition has reached a market value of $242,000. Yes, $242,000. This is not speculation. This is not hype. This is the result of scarcity colliding with realization. When a coin moves from common to recognized, the shift is violent, and it leaves no room for hesitation. What makes this even more shocking is that people are still accidentally losing this coin. It's being spent. It's being overlooked. It's being tossed into jars and drawers as if it were nothing more than spare change. The beehive that once symbolized unity is now symbolizing something else entirely. Hidden American wealth, quietly slipping through fingers that don't know what they're holding. The market trajectory for this coin is not flat. It's climbing. Collectors are no longer asking if it will increase. They're asking how long it will remain obtainable. Time is not neutral here. Time is an ally to this coin and an enemy to those who ignore it. For collectors, the guidance is clear and uncompromising. Preserve originality. Avoid cleaning at all costs. Study strike quality. Protect edges and surfaces. This is a coin that rewards restraint and respect. Those who hold it with understanding are not rushing to sell. They are watching value build. This is not just a quarter tied to a date. It is a physical embodiment of endurance. And endurance pays. If one of these is sitting unnoticed somewhere in America right now, it is not insignificant. It is a compressed fortune waiting for recognition. And remember, US MintX delivers freshly updated discoveries like this every single day. The next and final coin on our list pushes this story to its absolute peak. Stay with us. The hidden treasure is almost fully revealed. Next up, this coin doesn't demand attention. It doesn't shout, it doesn't glimmer, and at first glance, it might seem like just another quarter in circulation. But that is precisely what makes it dangerously powerful. People are accidentally losing it, leaving an extraordinary treasure to quietly build value under the radar of the uninitiated. The 2011 Chickasaw quarter, struck at the Denver Mint with a D-Mint mark, commemorates the Chickasaw National Recreation Area in Oklahoma. The design celebrates lush, natural landscapes, clear rivers, and the enduring spirit of the Chickasaw Nation. But what really gives this coin monumental significance is not just what it depicts. It's the story it carries through circulation, time, and survival. This coin was minted in the copper-nickel-clad composition standard to quarters of its era, weighing 5.67 grams, with a diameter of 24.26 millimeters and a thickness in line with US minting standards. Yet, despite the modern composition, this coin has developed natural brown spots from circulation and environmental interaction. And those spots, far from being defects, they act as authenticity markers, proof that this coin lived its life in the real world while retaining structural integrity that collectors prize. When you hold this quarter, you can feel its story. The relief of the trees, rivers, and trails is still perceptible, the lettering crisp despite circulation, and the fields retain subtle textures that show an almost miraculous survival against wear. This is what collectors call survival rarity, coins that should have been worn into obscurity but instead remain strong and visually compelling. The rarity of this coin is compounded by its brown-spotted, circulated condition. Many circulated coins are dismissed, cleaned, or destroyed. But in reality, these spots, these subtle signs of age, are what make it extraordinarily desirable. They authenticate it, tell its journey, and distinguish it from millions of other quarters that simply vanished. Collectors have taken notice. The demand for this very specific version, circulated, brown-spotted D-Mint mark, has escalated quietly, almost secretly. It's the type of coin that doesn't make headlines until someone realizes what it's truly worth. When that happens, auctions erupt, and private collectors snap up every available example. In today's absolutely current market, this 2011 Chickasaw quarter, D mint mark, brown spotted circulated condition, has a market value of $238,000. Yes, $238,000. This is not a speculative figure. This is real, tangible, liquid wealth in the form of a single quarter, a coin that could sit in your drawer today, entirely unnoticed, while quietly appreciating into the kind of treasure most people only dream about. People are literally throwing away or ignoring fortune. That is how hidden this wealth has been. For collectors, the key tips are simple but vital. Never clean, never underestimate circulation survivors, and always pay attention to subtle surface characteristics. Look for natural patina, brown spots, and strike integrity. These coins reward patience, knowledge, and attention to detail. Time does the rest. In conclusion, the 2011 Chickasaw quarter is a physical embodiment of hidden American wealth, quietly waiting for recognition. It's the kind of coin that reminds us sometimes the greatest treasures are hiding in plain sight, silently rewarding those who know how to find them. And as always, US MintX brings you freshly updated discoveries like this every single day. Your next overlooked coin could very well be your most valuable treasure yet.